and welcome to King of the Court. It's an exciting final day here in the sun. It says it's cloudy, but we don't believe any of that at the moment. The sun is out. The temperature is just fine for this format of beach volleyball. It's fast, it's exciting, and it's creative. Well, it's Louis Lett here with you in the commentary booth and talking about fast, creative, and all of that jazz. I'm joined here by the wizard himself, two-time Olympian, Adrian Karambula.
Louis.
How are you, mate? Welcome.
Okay, how are you?
I've been dying to get you here for years.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I mean, first time this year we've seen you at King of the Court. Good experience for you so far?
Well, it was a bit of a pit stop for me. We only got to play 15 minutes with Mr. Tux from Latvia, but I'm enjoying the show so far. It's nice to sit in the silence also and enjoy the show, the music, the players. Very high rhythm, so let's see what this semi-final brings to us.
Absolutely. Well, we've already seen the first women's semi-final. Great result for the McNamara's. Vandril Kaiser, Karen Meneghetti, they're through to the final. Now we have the semi-final B. Barbara Carroll, big experience from Brazil. Suzuki Ishii from Japan. Bobna and Zoe Verger-Dupree, you know her very well. Shun and Stam, another team going really, really well. And also our playoff winners from a little bit earlier on, which is Dorfler and Lobado from, well, two different nations, Spain and Austria to be exact. I mean, this tournament is so different to every other one that you've played in. I know you said it didn't last long, but what did you learn from your time in the King of the Court format?
Well, for sure you gotta side out when you go to that one side. But for sure the fact that you have to stay in the moment. It's not like a normal game or a match. That you can break it down and separate different areas of the game. This is that you gotta stay very present, make sure you side out, and yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, you have to stay present. There's two ends, the challenger end and the king's end. Now, you can only score from the king's end, the rest are there to challenge you. There's 3 15-minute rounds, and after the first round, 5 teams, 15 minutes, we say goodbye to the bottom place team. They're gone. Well, round 2 is very similar to the opening round here. 4 teams, 15 minutes. But in this round, the top 4 teams all go through. 4th place team will go through to the playoff a little bit later, and they'll play for a place in this evening's final. Then we're left with 3 teams left in this round. And the 3rd place team will head to the playoff as well. Top 2 teams advance to the final. So the rules are always the same, but due to the format, it's always a little bit different as well. We have to keep you on your toes for something. Now, there's some great teams in here. And really, you can't look past Carol and Barbara, but also your partners, Zoe Verger-Dupree and Esme Bobna. They're flying here, they're growing all the time, they're improving fast, and you have a front row seat for that one.
100%. I'm gonna try to not be super biased, but I do believe that we have 2 teams here with Switzerland and Holland. They're probably the most improved teams this year in the World Tour. And it's a very tricky pool because I can see all of these 4 or 5 teams getting in a rhythm, you know? I can see them going to the queen side and scoring 4 or 5 in a row, so we'll see how this one plays out.
Yeah, that rhythm, especially in the first round, is so important because there'll be some nerves. You don't want to come 5th. 5th, you're dropped, you're out of the competition. At least 4th, you're in the playoff.
That's the thing about this format. If you can score early on and get a nice cushion with points, I think that's very important. Get off to a nice start, and so that you can enjoy and play relaxed ball.
We got older boys on the whiskey. We got some fans on the beer. That's what we came to see. We've seen a lot of teams, especially in this round. I think you and Edgar were victim to it as well, just finding it really difficult to get to the King's End, especially in the first round. When there's 5 teams and you're off for a minute, you're hard to find rhythm, hard to stay warm.
How to stay warm? I mean, that's a good question. I mean, it was my first time playing this format, so I haven't quite figured out what the best strategy maybe is. But it's hard to create rhythm. So and it's not always like the best team moves forward. You know, anything can happen in this format.
Absolutely, referees are introduced. And our ball kits. Before we meet our teams.
A warm welcome big applause on that side. Walking the line.
Well, we're here all day
entering the court.
in this picturesque stadium. How was it for you out there? It's a great stadium and very imposing.
I really love this this setup. Even yesterday when it rains, you know, the people are not getting wet, so they can still enjoy the show. It's very compact.
Interesting you say that. I said the same. That when it rains, people seem to go to a tent or go to a bar or a cafe, but they're so held in here.
Yeah.
They can't go anywhere.
You get your money's worth. You know, you pay for a great show, and even if it's bad weather, you can still enjoy it.
Absolutely. Well,
I love these drums.
the drummers out-drown us for sure. Mikishi Itaku Suzuki come on in, 33 and 31 years old. Ishii played at the Olympic Games, took the 17th. And Brazil, well, the most successful team in World Tour history.
They gotta be the favorites here, right?
You'd say so with Carol Solberg. Barbara's, well, a world champion from 2015 in The Hague. Loves coming to Holland because of that. Olympic silver medalist as well. And they've managed to occupy the Queen's End for quite some time throughout this competition. They seem to have a big engine on them.
Yeah, they pass and set really well, and that's one of the keys in this format. To be able to control the ball so you can slow it down and score as many points as possible.
I'm going to give you the honor here to introduce your girlfriend.
Oh, we have the beautiful team from Switzerland here. Look at Cookie over here. She's not going to lie that I call her Cookie, but that's how I love to call her. And we have Esme. I'm so happy for them.
I just love the fact you called her Cookie on it. I'm a big fan of that. Boma and Virgin Pre, as you said, I agree. One of the most improved teams on tour.
100%. They have some big wins over some big teams. And
Yeah,
their
they're in a really
confidence
good
is running
environment.
high right now.
Good
Yeah.
coaches, good environment, all egging each other on.
Good program. I mean, look at all the Swiss teams, you know. Olympic medals, European champs. They have a good thing going on.
Well, Angelo Lobardo coming out for the second time today, playing with Anja Dorfler from Austria. And they played really well. They had to do it the hard way.
They've been battling, right?
Yeah, battling hard. You know all about that, bud.
Oh, yeah.
That's your style.
There is one chance for the local heroes.
And what a special
to go
time
to the
playing at home
finals.
again. But it seems like they play at home all the time. Continental Cup finals, King of the Court. They're very lucky to have this environment in front of them. Another world-class program, let's put it that way.
100%. Yep.
And for Rosa Skun and Katja Stam, they're the present and the future of Dutch beach volleyball. Skun is 19 years old. Katja Stam, well, she's a bit older at 23, but they have just about everything. Skun is great at reading the game, core vision, you name it, they got it.
That's what I was going to say. They really complement each other really well. You get the beast at the net, you get the good defender that reads a lot of balls. They set each other really well. And that's why yesterday they got in such a rhythm. They scored like 15 points almost in a row.
I'm sure Katja Stam's going to love the fact you just called her a beast.
How many golden balls do we have here in this round?
One for the winner.
No, but they have one, right? Stam? They got one from
Yes, they
yesterday.
do. And also, the playoff winners should have one as well.
Carol, the Brazilians.
And Carol also has one from the earlier round. There you go.
That could be the...
I mean, we've been talking.
The key.
The truck is so good at tracking this with us. And there was a curse yesterday. So far to my knowledge, unless something changed in the last session, the golden ball has only worked once.
Well,
There
it could all change now.
I mean, you're a golden ball of beach volleyball, mate. This is all about you.
Sure.
Also, questions to be asked. So many people. Let's ask after this.
Okay.
Barbara Carroll, Bodner and Berger Debris, Suzuki and Ishii, Lobardo and Dorfler, Stam and Skun. That's our semi-final. It's going to be an absolute belter. I'm pretty excited for it. Remember, fifth place is out of here. They're gone. Playoff 3 is a little bit later on. Third and fourth place will qualify for that. And then the top two advance. We've seen so many skyballs this week. Aces. You've inspired a whole generation, mate.
Man, I love to see it. And they actually been working, man. I saw a couple, like 2 or 3 for clean aces. The people love it.
Who's got the best? Who's got the best Karambula skyball? Who's not you?
The Russian.
Yeah, he's unreal.
What's his name?
Mishkin.
Yep. He's got a pretty good one. There it is.
And the good thing with the Russians is, you know he's not trying to emulate you. Everybody else is trying to be like you, but
Well, a lot of people, they do it for the show. He's like one of the only ones that do it because he knows it works and he can bring it out in the big tournaments too.
Yeah, take some nerves. There you go. I mean, they access those sharper angles really well on both sides, whether it's Zoe or Esme. You get nervous watching your other half?
150%.
More nervous than
I
playing?
suffer a lot when I watch him play.
I mean, I didn't think much made you nervous, but there you go.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this job while I have to watch him play.
I think that's why we got you in here. This is a perfect session for you. Gareth Solberg darting in. He's had a big career as well, Solberg. Not an Olympian, which I find fascinating, but at the same time, such a volleyball family. We calculated the other day that Pedro, in a 20-year career, has had 20 different partners.
It's incredible. They've been in the sport forever. They represent a lot in their communities and in their country for beach volleyball. So it's great to still have him on the court. You know, I would love to see Pedro come back and grab a good partner and keep going. You know.
I think Pedro is a fantastic player, and to have that much success with so many different partners is also an incredible feat.
For sure.
The first round is all about who will be eliminated.
Well, Dorfler the target. So far, Switzerland leading by 1. And the Dutch in both of their final rounds have made 15 in under 7 minutes.
That's crazy.
That you will be eliminated after 15 minutes.
Japan are serving. And Dorfler loves going through the block. She's really quite smart going off the hands when she needs to, but she can also whip it back as well. From a side-out perspective, how do you feel that you approach the game playing different teams? Usually you have a game plan, you have a little bit of an idea what you're going in with, but not here.
That's a very complex question. Like, you gotta know who you're playing against, where the wind is coming from, what type of blocker you're playing against, what type of defender you're playing against. There's for a guy like me that is short, there's a lot of things that I gotta take into consideration. And then decision making, that's what it's all about, no? Making the right decisions.
Times it by 4 here, or 5.
Exactly. All these big guys, they can pass set and just go high and hard, you know? Us little guys, we gotta find a way.
Yeah, I mean, I think I talk on behalf of the volleyball community when I ask you sort of how you figure stuff out, but it would be on the wind, it would be on who you're playing, the angles, the speeds that you can play at.
You gotta have the right partner too. Like, I gotta be a little bit selective. Like, Alisson, he's a great partner, right? He's a great player. Me and Alisson we probably won't do very well because I need that in-system set, you know, to be able to just relax and be able to focus on my decision making, you know. I know the ball is going to be there.
You need someone who ideally is going to hand set for you as well.
That's right.
Brazilian bump setting might not work for you.
There's just so much in this sport that if you don't know a lot about the sport, you don't quite realize how much you got to take into consideration. You know, it's more than just pass set and hit the ball, which is the cool thing, you know?
Yeah, I say that quite often. Everyone thinks it's simple, but it's so complex. Angles, speeds, times, distances, weather. I mean, even to the margins of one blocker might be strong with their outside hand, but weak with their inside hand, and they give you another target. And there's so many little things that add up to 21 points. And
100%.
then you have Kathy Fan,
I mean, this girl in a couple of years, she can be like the next star, right? She's building up to be that one.
Yeah, I think so too. The power, but also the hand setting. Nothing is perfect yet.
And just she's very aggressive. You know, she's not a shy one. You know, she's not afraid to be aggressive and let it show.
They've had such a great year. Their first international year, they made the Olympic Games and a second place at the European Championships. this place is now kicking. I feel that as the days go on, it just gets louder and louder.
You can feel the build-up, right?
Yeah. And then by the night, you have me and Richie who are talking, but we're also like having a full-on rage in here as well.
So here's the first team that they're the first ones to make like what, like 3, 4 points in a row. Here we go.
They go on to 7.
So now you gotta risk the serve, right? You gotta go. You gotta look to kick him out.
Yeah, but also, does it start to become about not coming first, but not coming last? Rich always says it's like getting chased by a bear with your friends. You don't want to be. You don't have to be the first, but you don't want to be the last.
Oh no!
Oh, don't jumbo and Barbo. I mean, interesting from Barbo and Agatha had such a great career together. But Agatha's won more on the World Tour with Duda than she ever did with Agatha.
I mean, those Brazilians, they can have so many combinations, right? They have so many good players. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, Brazil's somewhere you spend a lot of time. It's a great breeding ground for beach volleyball. I imagine it's somewhere that's very suited to you as well. Super tight. Not all over the top this time from Nevada.
Let's go, Cookie.
This could be the best thing I've ever heard in the competition.
That's a big point.
Absolutely.
They can get it going after this.
And great recovery setting as well.
Yep.
I mean, do you ever have the conversation of what your other half could potentially do better, or is that best left to yourself?
What's that?
Do you ever have a conversation about what your other half could do better, or do you keep that information to yourself? Do you play coach to your girlfriend?
Oh, well, you know, I watch a lot of her games, and sometimes I do see a lot of, yeah, no, I will never step on the coach's foot, but sometimes I will give her a couple little secrets, I guess.
I mean, if I try and teach my girlfriend anything, it never goes down very well.
No, we have a great relationship, and especially the way we talk about the game. She also shares her opinions on my game as well, you know?
That's very cool. Every day's a school day.
Yeah.
Back set, there's big stuff got previously. Richardson really manages to see everything.
It's really comfortable. They're playing good ball right now.
Well, last year, they exited really early on. They're out the first round. Not this time. Looks like they're going to go the whole way. No one's got near them. They've won both of their balls so far, and they've won them easy in the last round too. Japan was strong in Hamburg.
Yeah. Can you build on the golden ball? Yeah, like if you collected 3 of them, can you take them all to the finals?
No.
No?
Yeah, but to my knowledge, from earlier on,
Yeah.
Brazil had a golden ball, didn't use it, so it went to waste.
Oh, okay.
Imagine that, and then you build it up over different competitions. So have as many as possible.
What do you think about that? Would you be able to keep them?
It would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you earned them, right?
Yeah, you earn them, keep them, use them. Good currency as well.
Yeah.
Gets to the point where you can sell them. Ishii, got a good serve on it. But Japan need to find a way to side out, which they haven't managed to do here. Barbara.
Oh, wow.
It's unfortunate for Japan, who hustle their way through, sitting in a great position.
It's pretty tight. I mean, besides the Netherlands, anything can really happen right now.
Yeah, it's really close. At the moment, it's Japan who is sitting at the bottom of the bucket, but we've still got Switzerland on 4, Brazil on 5. Suzuki and Ishii at the moment need to get back down the Queen's end. It's just interesting to see how close margins these really are. Narrow margins as Japan make a dig, can't convert, and that could be the end of their competition. Timeout in 3 seconds.
Oh, that's a great shot.
We go to the timeout. So, Mr. Karambula, you're here with us. How did the skyball come around? What was it that made you go, do you know what? I like this serve, I can cause problems. Because it's not for show, is it?
It's for sure not for show. That's the thing, the difference between people actually wanting to do it or not. Like, if you do it with the idea of wanting to show off or something, you will never master it, you know, because you're doing it for the wrong reason. If you do it, you got to really understand what it creates, you know. And I can see a little. There is a wave of little mini skyballers. I'm receiving a lot of messages from in Instagram. A lot of people are doing it, so it is fun, but they got to understand that for you to do it at a high level, you have to really believe that what it does, you know, that it works.
But beach volleyball is a game of inches, and you want to try and get people passing off the net, and you want to try and get people passing fast. They're two good things that the skyball actually bring to the game when you hit it well. Yes, an ace is always a nice thing for anyone.
Yeah, I think that without, you're looking at the sky, right? It takes like 4 seconds to come down, and without realizing it, it's making you move to parts of the court that then after you pass, you're approaching the ball from an area of the court that you don't, you know? So it takes a little bit of your rhythm off.
Fascinating. Get people approaching through different areas. That's a good set-out system from Brazil. They'll do that all day.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just born on ball control in situations like that where you give them an answer or you give them a puzzle and they'll solve it. But again, I think what we're seeing here is how this works. Like, the physicality of the Netherlands is too much for Brazil at the moment. And you can almost have the best ball control over there that they do have, but it's going to be difficult here against Pakistan, that's for sure.
Yeah, they don't make a lot of mistakes and they pass and set well. So the game is they're able to slow it down. That's what you want in this format. You want to pass and set to slow it down. See.
She doesn't miss. She has great eyes, she has a good arm, she can turn it.
This format creates panic. It's how are you able to control that, you know what I mean?
And how was playing with Edgar's?
Oh, it's a fun guy, man. I wish we could have more chances to build a little more of our game, but we get to spend some good time off the court, have some good talks. He's one of the good guys, you know. It was nice to play with him.
He really is. He loves volleyball.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, everybody here loves volleyball because that's how you sort of get to these situations. But
I was so happy for them to make the semifinals in the Olympics. Talk about a guy that he came from the bottom, you know, he had to earn his opportunity.
He really did. And he's got a great partner there in Martins Blappins as well. He had a great Olympics too.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
It's a good Olympics for Latvia as they made 2 fourth place finishes. They'll be disappointed they didn't get a medal, but what growth that is for their programs. Good recovery setting again from them. Very bad with 3. 4 on.
That's good.
Turns to 5, 2:40 on the clock. Lovato and Dorfler at the bottom at the moment.
This is a big side out here.
Yeah, this is some breathing space.
Oh, no way.
Gonna make it.
No way.
How are the legs down?
If they get this point, the crowd is gonna go crazy.
I mean, in those sort of rush plays, it must be so difficult to get back up again and have to fight against a team with a free ball. Yeah, I like this time of the day when he drops this one. Every time, 2 minutes left, Dre comes on.
Hey, we're seeing some rallies right now, huh?
So good. Barbara has just turned one back down the line. Oh, she's made it. 146. This is huge for Dorfler. Oh, here we go. Spain, Austria make their way down.
Good timing for an ace, huh?
I mean, this little one down the middle is really working well for everyone.
Oh, no.
Similar sort of serve. Maybe that's just
heartbreaking. When you finally get on that side and then you're out of there very quick.
You think
it breaks your heart?
The middle serves are really a great tactic in this game because you haven't got time to set up any sort of...
I agree, and then with the music it's hard to communicate, so...
Yeah, really is. Everyone's getting kicked out, but Netherlands won't mind at all. And Lovato and Dorfler are going to get one more throw of the dice here.
This is a big side out.
I like Japan. They go all day. Barbara on the right side. She's so good away from the body, so good back to the line. Such good control on the ball.
She's lefty, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
There's something about lefties, right?
yeah, even I'm a lefty, mate. You'd never know it. Creative species, though.
30 seconds
30
left.
seconds.
That's a big serve. She's got a great floater, I tell you what.
Serving and blocking. Again, it was such a great serve. Even there, Barbara's so good when she gets close to the net in rhythm. Just to push her off 3 meters there, sort of brings the block into the game. The set has to move on a little bit more. Block comes back in. Happy days for Switzerland. But then net kicks straight out. But it...
Oh, there's a little sky ball.
How do you rate that one on the Karambula scale?
I'm going to give it a 4.9.
4.9 out of 10 on the Karambula scale.
It was lacking a little spin.
You know what? That could be something that we do in TV after you retire. You know, just get you along to the Karambula scale.
That's the cool thing about this format. I mean, you can add rules. What if you make a skyball ace counts as a point, a direct point?
Yeah, I've been saying, what would you add for a double point? Mine's an out-of-system knuckle kill.
Maybe if you use your opposite hand.
Yeah, there you go.
Or if you hit the line.
There you go. Needs to be something easy to measure. But it's also fun to just keep building this new form of the game.
But think a clean ace. Let's say a clean ace. Nobody touches it. That can count as a point.
Yeah.
Right?
From the challenger end.
Right.
That would be awesome.
Nobody touches it.
Yeah.
That could be considered
if
1
it hits
point.
the floor. A bit like ace.
Exactly.
Yeah. Ace would also be a great concept. As we look to go down to Julius Brink, who's with the Spanish-Austrian duo who have just departed the competition.
Girls, I expected to have a bad interview with bad feelings because you actually are eliminated in this wonderful tournament here in Utrecht. But you're smiling. I mean, do you still sum it up as a great experience for you to play beach volleyball in this wonderful stadium?
Definitely. We had a lot of fun. It was the first time playing together. And my partner is super nice. And yeah, we really enjoyed it. We would have wanted to play more, but yeah, at the end we had our chances and didn't reach the next round. Yeah.
Yeah, in detail, what was missing today? Was it that little sneaky side out or maybe too many chances that you didn't take? What was the final ending?
Well, we were in the side out place sometimes, but we didn't make some good side outs. So, and also not too many defense today. But well, we are happy about our performance, and that's it.
You did great. So enjoy the next 15 and the other 15 minutes, and have a wonderful seat over there. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Bad.
Thank you, Julius, and well done to the girls in blue. We say goodbye to Anya Dorfler and Angela Labato. 3 points for them, and then there were 4. Japan are having another run here, Adrian, and they're going really well. They're guaranteed a place into the playoff, but the top 2 now advance to the finals.
Well, the whole round was about surviving, and this 4 teams survives. Like, now I think this is a big one too, right? To make sure you go to the next round.
What you don't want to be, if you can help it, is in the playoffs, because
it's nerve-wracking. The playoffs, they must be.
And 1 from 4 go through.
Yeah.
Do you get nervous here? I mean, you've seen everything. You've gone to 2 Olympics. You've had your fair share of trials, tribulations, and joyous times through the sport, but how does this compare to some of the others?
I don't think you get nervous. If anything, you become uncomfortable because it's a bit different. You're not in control of many aspects of the game that usually in a match you are. You know, everything happens so slow in a match. You can break it down. You can play tactical. Here is about being in the moment and just at the end of the day, just getting in the rhythm in the king side.
Couldn't put it any better myself.
Thank you, partner. Karambula.
For anyone who hasn't seen that.
How was that for an imitation? That was pretty good.
I think so. I mean,
no one does it like you, though. Come on.
Thanks, man. I mean, I never know if I do it, and people are sort of trying to say it as well. if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's a great thing.
I take it as a good thing.
It's a great thing. You're doing a great job. And I'm not saying that because we're sitting next to each other.
I appreciate that a lot. I also think that you have a future in this too.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you're unreal.
Oh man, you're making me smile right now.
You're a born entertainer, just like Rich Lamborn. Fun, knowledgeable,
Appreciate that.
love volleyball.
Well, Lucy with the set.
Cookie. Oh, sorry. So I can't call it Cookie. That's your pet name, and that sounds strange.
You have a 20-minute window here.
Okay. I can get away with calling
See,
it.
this is one thing. I see a lot of people maybe hitting hard-driven balls at this defender. Like, if I look at this defender, I would like to maybe shoot around a little more, right?
Isn't it depending in the situation? Like, sometimes you're looking for the defender, sometimes you're looking for the blocker, depending on the size that you have, or.
But their strength is their block and their hard-driven ball defense, right?
Yeah.
So I would want to shoot a little more against this team. Easier said than done, of
Yeah,
course.
absolutely.
That's a big serve.
Get up.
Great set by
We're talking about jousting, me and Rich earlier on about the sport player always having the advantage. I reckon you've won a load of jousts.
Actually, the little guys, they should have the advantage, right? Like, look at Taylor Crabb. Like, he's known for never losing a joust in his whole career.
You don't lose many either, though.
I don't lose many either. And that gives me the opportunity to flex around a little bit after that.
You do love an opportunity to flex.
100%.
Chip to the line from Zoe Fajin.
Come on, dude, that was...
It feels awkward, mate.
That was your
This
opportunity.
is your pet name for your girlfriend.
Don't be shy right now, buddy.
Cookie from the left turns it back. It could be more like Cookie. Something like that.
Okay.
There you go. Perfect. Service short from Barbara. It's an interesting play, that, and it works perfectly. That's one way to maybe grind down the Netherlands by serving them short, taking the approach off of Lisa Schön, and then
It's all about not giving too much rhythm to the other side, right? You want them always to have to move, and every ball has to be different. They show that they can get in a really good rhythm, so whatever it takes to take them off.
well, this is quite dangerous because when Brazil get comfortable, it's hard to get them out of the Queen's end, that's for sure.
For sure. Oh, that was a smart play.
Smart play, breaking on the soft swing.
Bad execution.
Breaking on the soft swings, a smart tactic, more so in the women's game than the men's. But everything's facing line there from Barbara, so breaking away from the ball.
But that's what I'm saying. That was a top serve down the middle, over the right shoulder. Perfect pass, perfect set.
Get it, Ishii. Jumbo knuckle to the corner from Carolina Solberg. There you go, Switzerland. So for that, Brazil.
Oh, she's got a missile for a serve.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to be on that the other side when she gets
Zoe's
going.
letting Esme have a crack.
What's her name?
Cookie.
There we go.
Oh, big setting.
Hey, what's that?
No one's at home though.
These referees, man, I tell you, they can frustrate me sometimes. I'm just gonna put it that way.
I mean, it's a tough role, the referee. I always back our referees. They are saying that they're letting things fly at times in this competition. At the Olympics, it got a little bit strict from being quite a loose build-up to the Olympic Games.
I'm gonna play the fifth. I'm not gonna comment on their performance in the Olympics.
So it's interesting because it's all subjective, isn't it, refereeing, and it's interesting going forward because sometimes the game looks like it's really opening up.
It's gotta be about consistency, you know? You gotta be consistent and you gotta respect the skill. Like a lot of these handsets, they're letting them go. you gotta keep the skill clean, you know? It's a big part of our sport, and we cannot lose that, you know what I mean?
I mean, for someone like yourself who works incredibly hard on those details, it must be frustrating to see other people sort of almost go unpunished for not performing them as well.
For sure.
Because for you in your game, those small details mean a lot, because that's how you maybe catch up on the bigger guys, right?
And also for the fans. The fans, they understand the sport, that they know the difficulty behind the skill.
Absolutely. And
It's gotta be a priority, you know?
how you become good in this game is by doing the difficult things well. You do the simple things well, but you look at any successful team, they do the difficult things really well. Which is what you do in so many different ways.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm definitely just stating the truth. Barbara, from straight on, I like that.
That's a good swing.
Swing of the bat, great from Japan.
So we have Brazil with a bit of a lead, and we have 3 teams.
Oh, no one's home there either.
Fast swing.
I like that play. Quick arm, trying to beat Bergner to the net before she blocks.
Especially when the blocker is serving, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's something we're seeing all the time now, isn't it? Like, there's a lot more thought that goes into every play because it's becoming increasingly harder to score.
The sport is super fun right now. Like, and if you look at the men's side, you have so many combination of teams. You got 2 big blockers playing together. You got the big blocker with the small defender. You get the Samoilos Merins. There's so many combinations and different styles.
Certainly is.
And now people are, even the big guys are speeding the game up a little bit.
Yeah, and they have to. I think like Barinholtz is playing fairly fast for a big guy. A few different combinations. Barbara from the right side, 8 minutes left. They're on 10. We said this before, that once they get down here and they get comfortable, you're just not going to knock them out. Carol passes so well. I mean, I don't know how she creates those angles at times to get back to the center.
That's what I said earlier. Like, this team is built. They pass the set so good, and they're built to have these big runs.
Anyone who's seen the Instagram of Carol Solberg, she posts some training videos up, and she works so hard.
She's a workhorse for sure.
She's working. Same with Rich. She's so dynamic in her approach to spike, but also passing is very strong. That looks like something you do. Maybe not put it in the net.
Japan is in the danger zone, so they need that point now. They need it.
Nice pass, Japan. Suzuki with no one there. I mean, Bergman's made that ball off of the pass as opposed to set, right? She's not because the pass is off. Set's actually got back on.
So look at the score right now.
That's a long way back, but at the moment it's Japan who are currently out. Every team guaranteed the playoff, so Hechtam, Lisa Schön, who were disappointed with getting knocked out the Olympics when they did, but actually they're going to use that as fuel for the next 3 years.
They're young. They can. It's good for them to experience a bit of defeat, you know?
Yes, I completely agree. Off the net. It's a break.
See, I'm getting a little bit too tense right now. Can you feel me getting tense?
No, not really. If this is your tense, then you're doing just fine.
I'm tense right now.
Yeah, but we know that you're normally pretty relaxed, so you maybe gone from a 0 to a 2 on the stress scale.
If Cookie makes the playoffs, I don't want to be here for the playoffs. I'm way too tense.
Well,
That actually helped them out, right?
that's big for the Netherlands just knocking Japan out and giving themselves a chance to.
That's fine.
That won't help them yet, but there's still so much time. You haven't time out yet.
Yep.
5:30, that's no problem. Brazil have got this covered. That's going back on 1. We haven't seen.
What a great set. That's a great set.
Unreal, actually, from Barbara from way off.
Carolina Salgado.
We haven't seen this level of stress for the Netherlands yet. They've had everything their own way in the opening 2 rounds. Well, they've had to work for it to be their own way, but at the same time, Brazil.
Let's see what happened. We got the 5-minute break coming up.
Be a good time for an ace, but the breaks come around. Brazil on 12, Spanish good on 2. We've now version to create currently the team outside of the bubble. They have the bubble score on 2, but the longest stay rule means that they're currently out. But 4:56 to be exact on the clock means that we have time on our side. That's okay. I mean, is coaching anything you ever thought about?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not thinking about retiring anytime soon, but I think I for sure have it in me. I'm passionate about it. Probably the higher the level, right? Because I don't think I will enjoy the whole teaching someone how to pass, for example. But I'm really into the tactical part of the game, and I think I will enjoy it. Yep.
Yeah, I think so too.
I would like to stay around the sport after I'm done playing.
Yeah, I agree with you, lesser place without you as well. But first, well, you've already told me you're going to have another run at the Olympic Games in Paris, going for number 3.
I mean, have you seen the setup?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Man.
Can you imagine that?
It's
Serving skyballs that hit the Eiffel Tower. They're going to aim for that one.
It's going to be iconic. Let's see how it goes. A lot of things going on right now. We're going to enjoy a little break and then organize.
And get back to
the next cycle.
Of course, it's going to be exciting 3 years towards the next Olympics. Oof, there we go, Netherlands. That's good news for the fans, not good news for Switzerland or Japan, though. Dummy 2-ball trying to lose the blocker. Maybe that dummy 2-ball just worked enough. It's just like watching indoor volleyball now sometimes, with trying to get the blocker to take one more step towards you to open up the line a little bit more. Doesn't always have to be a full-on commitment.
Right now, Louis, we need this one, Louis.
Louis.
Cookie.
You can tell that you two are together.
Oh, no.
Bump over. No way.
No way.
They used the golden ball. Just as Switzerland found their way down there.
Let's see if it pays off.
Well, there's been a curse on the golden ball so far.
Oh,
it pays off.
gosh.
That's unlucky for Switzerland. And it's good decision making from Samson, although it doesn't count as a point for them. 2 in a row, this is the 3rd one. They're going to have another chance though, Switzerland. You're much more nervous as a spectator than you look on the court though.
Who got somebody got that?
Okay. So, 4 minutes, that almost could pull them through, but switching the back in. And again, it's the break that's seen from Lisa Schön. If she sees you, she will punish you, that's for sure. See, I have a couple of looks. This time she goes back to the sideline. Barbara sees it nicely. Barbara catches John.
Nice. It looks like the battle is good between Japan and Switzerland.
Well, it's a massive opportunity for Japan. Jumbo knuckle to the baseline.
Inbounds.
Lisa Schön. Some for that one. No one's digging that.
Louis, it's happening. I'm way too nervous.
2:30 left. If you're just joining us, well, Adrian Karabula's girlfriend, Rover, is on the brink of elimination to the playoff rounds. And he's sweating. Big swing. Okay, this is.
That helped him.
There's still another 2 opportunities, but you're going to be okay. I mean, it's going to be alright, bud.
What a great pass.
This is it, Tricky.
Louis.
From the right side, chip
Louis.
swing. No!
Yes, Louis.
Okay.
Let's go, Cookie.
This is a big opportunity.
Up against Brazil.
Yeah, I mean, Jason's on bounds. I mean, that sums up this game, doesn't it? You work so hard to get a chance, and then you have to face the float server Barbara. Japan now is down. Rich Lamborn calls these insurance points. Pretty heavy insurance if they manage to score here. Ishii. I like that defense a lot. Shot the ball. I don't even have a name for that one. The diving clutch shot. I don't know. This one here. Can you name that quickly?
Have you noticed that I haven't spoken in the last minute?
Yeah, I did realize that. Don't worry, mate.
Oh, yeah. No, oh my gosh. That was it, please. Thank you very much.
Hands are clapping. Caramula loves watching his girlfriend play volleyball. That's what we found.
Yes, sir.
There's one, okay, interesting. And now Japan are out with 21 seconds. This is the big one. Cookie from the middle. Goes deep, long or in. The ball's gone long. Okay, Japan, this is your moment. 20 left on the clock. Switzerland have done. It's all on this one. Ishii from the center. Chips line and scores. Beats Lisa Sprün. And because of that, it's turned against Switzerland. Switzerland will go to the playoff a little bit later on. Japan have scored at the death. And again, it shows how exciting this format is. Barbara, they've been fantastic throughout. Oh, I'm sorry, man.
I don't know if I can recover from this one.
I mean, you've had your tests and problems over the last few months, but none as big as this one.
This one is hard to process at the moment.
But at least the drummers are coming out. That's going to cheer you up a little bit. Which one would you be playing?
Let me see.
The big one at the back.
You think so?
Yeah, maybe.
Het Utrechtse percussie-team interview nu springt. We gaan naar even gaan met
Yeah, I can see myself in the back.
I reckon that would be you.
Man, that was an exciting round, huh? I don't know if I was emotionally involved, but it looked like it really came down to the last serve.
Firstly, I can confirm that I think you were emotionally involved in it, but I also confirm that it was a really exciting round. I mean, anything that goes 2 points in the last minute to change the bubble score twice is pretty good. It's such a great sport and a great concept for that. I mean, in traditional beach volleyball, you don't have that much drama within 1 minute of the game that's taken. Well, maybe you do actually. Maybe I'm being unfair, but not so fast-paced with 5 different teams. And that's what fascinates me. But I mean, we're going to head down to Julius because the drummers have finished, and we're going to hear from your lady, Zoe Verge-Debris and Esme.
Playoff time.
Oh, what a show. Thanks, boys. Give me a second to talk to the ladies, yeah? I mean, how brutal can this format be? It was that little 5 centimeters long line shot up there just right behind you, which puts you in the playoff route instead of keeping the fight for the final. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it is brutal. It comes to 2 or 3 points, and you really gotta take every chance that you get on that side. So, yeah, it's very different from what we usually play, but it's so much fun and it's super exciting. So it was amazing with you guys too.
Yeah, but having you here, I can still see the fire, and you're so much willing to play in the playoffs and left your heart out there and go to the final. Are you? You're willing to go to the final, right?
Yeah, we're here to come to the final, so we will give everything to win the playoffs. Yeah.
Okay, we want to see that. Thank you. And
Thank you
keep
too.
on drumming. Thank you.
applaus für Switzerland.
Well, it's bittersweet for Switzerland because they're out for the time being, but we'll see them in a playoff round. But that playoff round is going to be brutal.
Who do we have in the playoffs so far?
But we're going to find out. This is our first semi-final. So Esme Bernat and Zoe Verge-Debris join the playoffs. Actually, no, let me check that.
Teams come on the court again.
Round number 3. Still our Dutchies playing for the red spot in the big final later this evening. First shift, rise us home.
Well, as we check that, we are ready for the final round of this semi-final.
It's Nina, right? Did they go to playoffs?
Yeah, well.
Because Anouk was eliminated.
Anouk is out.
Yep.
Through Kaiser and Vandril.
Marta is through too.
Yep, absolutely. So, there we have it. By power elimination, we remember what happened an hour ago. And that's the invasion Tagliahoogli. So Switzerland, 2 shots added Switzerland. But this is a 15-minute. Now it's the other way around. So, it's just to see who takes the golden ball forward. But there is one big thing, is that the third place team will join the playoffs as well.
So if you gotta bet your house, who do you take in this round? Who's taking the golden
there was
ball?
also Santa Kaiser and Maxime Vandril. Because there's 2 teams in the playoff from the previous semi-final.
House on the line, who takes the golden ball here? Who do you bet?
I mean, it's 3-0 early on for Brazil.
You got a little bit.
I mean,
a bit of a. You can cheat a little bit.
Can I? You know what? I'm gonna go for Netherlands.
Wow, gutsy.
Yeah, I've gone gutsy. They're gonna go through. I think they're gonna come down here. I think the crowd are gonna get behind them. I think they're gonna stay high. I think they're gonna go over the top of everyone. And I think that's the game.
I'm gonna follow your lead, my friend.
Are you? I think we're both pretty gutsy in life.
Damn it.
I'd say two of life's chances. Brazil, if they're serving like that, they have every chance of winning the whole competition.
They're solid everywhere, right?
They really are.
There's nothing they can't do.
There is nothing.
And they got that fire too, which you can use for momentum, right?
Good touch for research. Go on, Reese. No.
Oh.
Well, I think Solberg does so well there. If nobody's breaking as quickly as she is. Like, she's getting back so quickly.
She's probably one of the best in the world doing that, right? Getting off the net and defending.
Absolutely. But by the time she looks, she looks and she's gone. But
Talita from Brazil, she's also pretty good at it.
As soon as Rishkin wants to have a look, she's got that time by the time that the chin looks up to the time the ball's contacted to get into a spot. It's great to watch.
Keep it alive.
There we go. Brazil, 6 points. And I think the one thing that we're learning is you don't listen to us when it comes to backing beach volleyball teams. Or would you still take your bet now?
I mean, do you see how comfortable they are? When you can get that 2, 3, 4 point lead, that the whole game just comes together and it's...
See, do you not find as well, though, that at times, yes, they're all warm now, but in the first rounds, if you can find 3 or 4 points at the start and your shoulder's warm, you're starting to feel warm, and there's another 2 or 3 teams that haven't got that looseness or feel or rhythm.
100%.
Looks like Brazil are going to do their business early here, especially if
here they come again.
Oh, in the face. Ishii. I'm sure she's just fine about it. I mean, Japan. I've never been to a more polite country than Japan. Turning back to the angle, Barbara.
It was so awesome, dude. How they bow every time they say hello.
I mean, I thought that was the usual thing for you in this sport, no?
I feel like everybody should experience their culture at least once.
Yeah, at least. It's incredible to see how they are and how polite they are and how they can't do enough for each other because they put people first. Put other people before themselves. Away from the body, enough about Japan because they're currently scoring points. Suzuki, Ishii. Mina, Stam and Schooner in the playoff spot, and that's not ideal whatsoever. This is what happened to Santa Kaiser and Maxime Vandril. They went into the playoffs just for the fact that the other team was playing so well. McNamara's were incredible in that semi-final, actually.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch.
I have.
But they have that game, right? They pass and set well, so they can defend, they can keep the rally going.
Serve well, they really
Serve
plug
well.
in. They dig their heels in when it's going against them a little bit.
They're like a bit like Samoilos and Smetis, right? A lefty and a righty. They can serve, they can play defense, block a little bit.
The aim is to get Janis Smedins on the microphone today at some point.
Smedins?
Yeah.
Oh, good luck with that.
Yeah, no chance. I mean, great talker though.
Maybe he's fishing. If you can get him on a boat, you can get him to fish.
Oh, through the middle. Brazil back down. We said yesterday, we've got to get him on the mic. He's a funny guy.
He's a shy guy. He's very...
But you said you're a shy guy, and look at this, like a duck to water.
Can't come back. This ball is out. I guess this ball is out.
6 players on court at the moment.
Easy, but the ball is out.
Oi.
It's unfortunate. How do you think Cookie's doing down there?
Let me see. She's thinking right now. I know her. She's thinking.
Big scoop. Good turn back to the angle from Barbara. I think that's what I really like about the way she's playing. Like, she can still hook a punch with the lefty hammer, but then she turns 2 or 3 different types of angle. She's got 2 or 3 different types of line.
Man, I guess that's why you don't serve Carol.
Yeah.
But you gotta serve Carol. Like, Barbara is getting in too much of a rhythm. They're serving her every ball, so you either go hard down the middle, that's a good option.
Whatever you do, you don't follow our recommendations. Because Brazil have been superb in this last round. Over the top. Ishii playing on 2. I mean, I quite like this off the net by 4 meters, still getting it on 2 stops. I mean, if it's quick enough, it's good enough, right?
But that's the thing. If you were down 3 points, do you make that decision?
No.
Exactly.
But that's the fascinating thing about this game, isn't it? Like,
then you can get creative, you can have fun, you can involve the crowd. But when you're down, it's no fun, man. The clock is ticking, and
I think
great
that's
shot.
what Wilco Nyland loves about it. I think he can sense this, the promoter and the CEO of the Sport Works.
For sure.
He knows that it brings big emotions in both senses. Right, Carol and Barbara.
Carol.
Barbara. Sometimes I say Bruno. Goes over the top from Barbara.
Fusion.
That's one of my favorites too, alongside yours.
I know it is.
Hey, that one's a little bit stabby though. It's a good serve from Japan. Ishii sees that. The shoulder's baseline.
Oh,
hang on.
Brazil touched it.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a laugh about that one.
Barbara.
Look at her smiling.
Like an overset that just happened to hit the shoulder on the way through. Japan. Okay.
All right.
This is it.
This is it.
You gotta get one 15 in a row or something. Okay, I'll keep asking questions like this. When you get blocked out, you get stuffy, and this echoes out around Vienna or somewhere. Is that pretty humbling for you?
Say that again.
If you get blocked and my block echoes out against you, is that pretty humbling for you?
Nah, it's part of the game. You gotta, like we said earlier, you gotta roll with the punches. In sport.
I just like that for the game.
Everything that you don't want to happen in a game is probably gonna happen at least once in every match. So.
Absolutely.
All right now.
Okay.
Hey, they have time, Louis. Don't give up on me, buddy.
Time's not the issue here. It's Brazil getting back down there and scoring. So if they can go 15 side-outs in a row, that's fantastic. But I think Barbara and Carol are going to say something about it.
Oh, man. They're just too crisp right now.
You caught that, right? Just chipping around the block a little bit more and making it tough. Pretty sure you said that 2 rounds ago.
Yeah.
Nice set. We'll try and get the dominoes in their favor here.
Oh, wow. Pokey. Cover. Come on, Louis.
I don't know what I'm watching here anymore. It's whether she has the legs in her. Nope. Oh, finally.
I'm running out of breath over here, buddy.
Yeah, that's what happens with me, mate. I run out of things to say because it's just too good. And that's how it ended in the end. Barbara underneath that ace.
There we go again.
Okay.
One more serve before the break.
Slowly but surely. Andrew, what are we doing here? It's out of system a little bit. There's a net touch somewhere.
Did she touch it? Are you sure about that?
I don't know if the ball hit the floor first, but it was close. 5 minutes they're left on the clock, so that means that we go to a timeout here. And Brazil have been unreal, haven't they?
I mean, we said it before the semi started that they were probably the favorites, right? They have that. They have the skills to really get in a rhythm and put on a streak of points.
And the issue for the Netherlands for the next 5 minutes is they would like to get to 5 or 6 before Japan, so they don't drop into the playoffs. So that's the story that we're following.
Well, the Netherlands, they show they can get in a rhythm with the game comes naturally. Now they gotta force it a little bit, and when you force it, that's when a mistake comes.
Absolutely. First time we've really seen them under the pump. But they have to try and get in front of Japan. At the moment, if Brazil, it wouldn't surprise me if Japan went back to Brazil. And that's why maybe that big rally was interesting. Just here, actually, we're going to watch it at the perfect time. Like, they're going to want more of that, Japan. They're going to want to try and... But on the flip side, they could let Brazil score here. If they let Brazil score, Brazil go to 14, Brazil is still on 5, and it still knocks the Netherlands to the playoffs.
For sure.
So, it's up to them what they want to do, obviously, but they're far too polite, I think, Japan, to play that system of ball.
That's funny.
They're trying to score as many as they can.
It's not terrible.
Ishii in system. This will be more points for...
Man, Brazil is just all over the court, Louis.
Yeah, they really are. These rallies are insane. Once again, the break from Carol, and Carol again.
Are you kidding me?
Go on, Carol, can you?
Can she?
Yeah, of course she can. I mean,
what a question, Louis.
Left side of the court, right side of the court. She's breaking. She's got a short serve.
How about a short serve? No.
Yeah, I mean, she's got an engine. Yeah, no one home. I mean, Elisa should have probably saying thanks. Didn't fancy jumping that one catch that. Japan. I mean, I don't understand it, but I do understand it at the same time. Really, Japan would settle for Brazil scoring points. That's good for Japan, but they keep beating them.
That's a big swing.
I like that. 7 meters up the sideline.
Oh, I love that song.
Is this
when it gets going?
Is this your jam? Well, it's a great song for beach volleyball.
But we need to get the Netherlands involved. They need to catch up a little bit to really bring the energy of the stadium right now.
Yeah, last night it was absolutely pumping.
It was pumping.
Well, now the Netherlands are in trouble because whether Japan, if it comes out and Japan are on 7, or whether Brazil make one more point, regardless, it doesn't really matter.
All right.
Okay, this is it. Can they make 13 side-outs? Yes, Brazil. Good sporting spirit. Good sporting spirit. We saw it previously as well.
Japan would never do that.
We love sporting spirit here. That's what they call it, the Olympics. That was the Olympic term for it. From the middle, not over the top from Barbara. There we have it. Brazil
15 points.
Have done it. 15 points. I mean, at the Carabula. How do you find that? They must be favourites to win it, maybe. But I mean, the McNamara's is solid.
How do you bet against them right now if you do?
I don't know how you can.
How do you convince yourself?
They've got their way through.
They will go directly to the final. And
It's really, really tight.
We'll play the playoffs.
But for me, Brazil have just put themselves in the driving spot.
They're the favorites, for sure.
Dus voor Kazachstan en Reizers gewoon. We zien ze straks nog
Well, high
jullie
fives all around.
zien in de
Cookie seems to recover.
deze sessie.
That's good
Waarin
news
ze
for
nog
you.
kans maken op een plek in die
Good news for her as
finale
well, obviously.
vanavond.
Gonna have to bounce back to the playoffs a little bit later
We
on.
hebben ze
It looks
magistrale
like
dingen zien doen. Wij hebben vertrouwen.
our man on the ground,
Jullie
Julius Brink, isn't ready for us. We say he's on the brink down there.
Reizers van.
Julius, I think they're going to be very happy, the Brazilians. A great performance, and I think he's ready for us now.
Dus krijgen we het interview.
All smiles for Brazil at the moment.
Team Brazil, Baba.
Yeah, Team Brazil is here. Congratulations. What a performance. It seems like you want to show the world, you want to show Utrecht that for sure you are willing to go to the final, right?
Yes. First of all, it's been a blast to play this event. Carolina and I were having a lot of fun. Finally, we're able to adapt our game a little bit. Yeah, but once we are in here, we are really like having a lot of good times. And to be able to play with different teams at the same time also gives us a totally different rhythm. So, yeah, we intend to give our best on this final.
There was a very funny situation with the two of you. You knowing that you're having this golden ball, and Carolina was actually escaping, starting to breathe. So is that the proof that you are the boss and you are in charge of the golden ball?
No, we're both bosses here. No, because she tends to forget a little more things, and we had like a 14 for some time, and we're like, oh my God, we could use the golden ball, and we're not using it. So I say, Carol, if you don't make the side outs, we can use this golden ball. And she completely forgot, and she just laughed.
It was a perfect pickup. So in the final, you're going to boss yourself around and make yourself ready for that. We are very happy to see you playing there. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Hier laten we horen voor Team Brazil. Karel.
Adrian Karambula, what a great session. Brazil take it. They played really good, didn't they?
They really did.
Wow.
They served, they played defense, they started out. They kept the ball alive, so many touches on defense. They really didn't let anybody else take control of this semifinal.
And we know you're going to be a bit nervous for Zoe, your cookie.
Am I coming back? Am I coming back for playoffs?
Yeah, I reckon we can get you back for playoffs.
Wow.
I think that's what the people would like to know.
All right.
And like to see.
I'll be back, Louis.
From myself, Mr. Karambula himself, and the rest of the team, Julius, bring down their call. So goodbye for now, and we'll see you again very, very soon.